here's one for everybody to consider. I've been thinking a lot. I've mentioned this before in previous videos too, talking about like how everything is going to be changed or slightly manipulated. To what degree, we don't know. In Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, moving forward with the Final Fantasy VII Remake Saga, a lot of characters that were outside of the singularity are going to be changed, affected in some way. And in this video, I want to pose a theory to you all and let you all let me know what you think about it, do what you want to with it. This is just for speculation purposes. This is not a contest, right? This is just me putting something out there. I feel like I have to preface it with that these days. This is just a thought, a theory, right? So, and I'm basing this, it's all about Yuffie, right? We saw what she went through in Intergrade with Sona and Deep Ground and all that kind of stuff, and how she was changed, how she was emotionally distraught, and a different Yuffie than we're used to by the end of that game. She went through some stuff, right? So I pose this to you. She is outside of the singularity, along with all the other characters not in the main party at that point in the game. What if the theory around all, you know, the worlds, the past and present fusing into one new kind of reality, the theory that I've pitched several times, what if Yuffie has changed? Because, hear me out, at the end of the game, right, or at the end of Intergrade, or Intermission, sorry, at the end of Intermission, after Sonan's died and everything, and then after the events with the singularity happened that night, because it happened at night, next time we see Yuffie, it's during the day, the daytime, and she's chilling on the back of a chocobo, just kind of wandering through the wilderness, happy-go-lucky, like nothing ever happened. Think about it. Think about her demeanor there. Why did it show her there? Other than the fact it was like a precursor for knowing that, you know, the party's going to run into her, and they're in a kind of the same area of the wasteland, letting us know that that's coming early on in Rebirth, right? What if it serves another purpose? What if it is to illustrate her personality, her demeanor, vastly changed from what we saw at the end of Final Fantasy VII Remake Intermission? Even the scenes with her and Sonan, where she's a little more serious, and she's like, "I'm not your sister," you know. She's very focused on the mission and everything. And even at the end, when Nero gets Sonan, at the end of that, she's changed. She's screaming as the plate falls and everything. She's got blood on her face. It's a very different Yuffie than what we see early on, or that we see later on after the singularity event. So everything with the singularity and revolving around that, and people changing, characters changing, right? I think everybody's going to be different. I think the Turks are going to be slightly different. I think Rufus is going to be slightly different. In a previous video, I talked about Sing. I wonder what their path for him is going to be in the future of Remake. And yes, I know all about his past stories and everything. I played through Crisis Core. I know he's actually not a bad dude and all this kind of stuff. I know those things. A lot of people talked about that in the comments. I do know those things. That wasn't what that video was about. That video was more about, like, I wonder what they're going to do with him now that things are changing and what his path and direction will be. But that was that video. This is this video. It's an illustration of everybody who is outside of that. Even Marlene, and all the other, every character that was not inside of that, I feel like is going to be changed in some way. The fates of some characters will have changed, or what have you. So anyway, it's something to chew on. It's something to think about, right? Because I love Yuffie, and I love the direction they were going with that. But I feel like the singularity event may have wiped what happened with Sonan there. And it's not a cop-out. Before anybody gets the pitchforks and torches out, it still served a purpose. It puts you through a very emotional thing there, but if Sonan is still alive and in Wutai and didn't go on that mission, then we'll know a lot of stuff changed. We'll know a lot of stuff changed, and not only that, but we know that Godo was not the Godo we remember from Final Fantasy VII Original. Just the way that Yuffie talked about him in Intermission, and the way that Sonnen talked about him. The reverence for Godo was way different, right? Now, it was different than what it was in the original Final Fantasy VII. Now, with the Singularity event happening, it may have changed things back to kind of the way it was then. A tourist town, a tourist trap, like it was in OG Final Fantasy VII. He's still there at the pagoda with the other members of his elite crew. So, we don't know. Questions that need answering, right? Well, questions that need answering. So, I do believe that Yuffie is changed at the end of Intermission. When we see her on the back of the Chocobo, I think she's changed. The Yuffie that the party bumps into will not have had the experience that happened at the end of Intermission. And I know that wipes away her going after Deep Ground and stuff. It's just a theory. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm not saying this is what happened. This is happening. I'm posing it to you. This is a possibility. This is a possibility. And the only reason I think that is because the way the character was played in that last shot. She did not seem like the type of character that went through a horrible ordeal at Shinra, in the belly of the beast, at the edge of the sector that collapsed, and seeing all that go down. She does not seem like a person who just saw hell. She doesn't seem like she just saw hell and watched a comrade, brother in arms, get murdered right in front of her. She doesn't seem like that's what just went down with her. So it's something to think about. And if they do that with her, they're going to do that with a lot of different people, a lot of different characters in the story, a lot of different situations. We already kind of know. We talk about the terrier stamp and the beagle stamp. That's there for a reason. That's there for a reason. It's to show change. It's just to show change. The worlds have changed. I don't think it's a different world. I don't think it's like afterlife, different world, and all that kind of stuff. I think it's a fusion into one reality. That's what I've been thinking for a long time. I'm sticking to my guns. I'm dying on that hill right there. That's the hill. If I am 100% wrong, I'll own it. It's fine. It's not about being wrong or right. It's about theory crafting and thinking about other possibilities and posing those possibilities to you all while we wait. So, as always, I'm here to serve. Let me know what you all think about that. If you dug it, the video, throw a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, always looking to grow and move forward and all that kind of good stuff. Mixing up the content, still bringing you the same Final Fantasy VII Remake content you know and love and know me for, but doing some other stuff too. So anyway, without more jibber jabber, y'all have a great night. Be safe, be good to each other. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. Are you on board with it? Are you totally opposed to it? Be nice. Be nice. Watch your tone. Some of y'all's tone when you're typing these characters. I know you don't mean bad things, but sometimes that tone comes off a little rugged. Sometimes I want to type responses, but it's all in good fun. So y'all have a great night. Be safe. Be good to each other. Keep rocking. I will see you all in the next video. Peace and love. I will see you all next time. I want to say a quick thank you to my YouTube and Patreon members and supporters. If you would like to support the future creation of content on this channel, get some few extra perks and some art sent to your door every month, consider becoming a Patreon or YouTube member. Details and links are in the video description.